When it came to Captain America, Chris Evans was adamant about one thing. I'm going to ask you to think back to the very beginnings of the MCU. Robert Downey Jr. played Tony Stark with all the snark and charisma you'd expect from a clever billionaire playboy philanthropist, while Edward Norton played the wounded Bruce Banner, a job he wasn't destined to keep. A Captain America film was on the horizon, and, well, people had thoughts. Some wanted a grounded Captain America, others a ferocious Captain America, and yet others something more akin to RDJ's Tony Stark. The fact is, we'd never seen a good Captain America before. We'd gotten one bad Captain America film from schlockmeister Albert Pyun in 1990, and the character had fallen out of favor with all but the most die-hard Marvel Comics fans. He was perceived to be too goody two-shoes, which is probably why a lot of fans was trying to figure out how Marvel was going to make him fascinating in a world established with a guy like Tony Stark. Chris Evans, on the other hand, was certain about how Steve Rogers would be portrayed. In fact, he believed that Rogers could only work if he was really sincere. Not only that, but he had to have been that way from the start. Chris Evans, on the other hand, had no doubts about how Steve Rogers would be portrayed. In fact, he argued that the only way Rogers works is if he is completely sincere. Not only that, but he had to have been that way from the beginning. Evans knew Steve Rogers was Captain America long before he took the super soldier serum, and he asked Captain American, the first Avenger screenwriters Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely to emphasize that point in Rogers' origin tale. He was acutely aware that he did not want snark. It was a pretty solid grasp of Captain America, which is that if this person is going to fly as a character and as an authority figure, he has to have the gravity straight away, regardless of the situation. That's when we realized Steve Rogers was born Captain America. He just didn't have the body for it. Evans understood this. From what I recall, he may have taken a joke or two out. It's also conceivable that Evans wanted to tone down the humor in order to distinguish Rogers from his past comic book portrayals. Yes, everyone remembers him as Johnny Storm from the Fox Fantastic Four films, but he also appeared in the comic adaptation The Losers, in which he portrayed another smart aleck jokester. So his instincts as a performer and creative were correct, and the Boy Scout Captain America ended up not only functioning, but also becoming the center of the Infinity Saga. Cap, you did an excellent job.